Hi friends, this is therapist Priyanka, the mind healer. I'm a psychologist and a psychotherapist, and I specialize in couples and family counseling. So today I have come up with a very interesting topic, that is challenges after marriages. That means post-marital issues. The first thing which generally people come across is communication issues. That means many people are going through a lot of abuse, verbal abuse, emotional abuse, psychological abuse. It's only because of bad communication skills. If a person just changes the way they communicate, there can be a lot of harmony in the marriage. So first of all, you need to understand that there are a lot of don'ts which you need to follow. That means you should not be sarcastic, mean, shouting, or talking over the past again and again, or verbal abuse, or maybe you keep on putting the person down, criticism, complaining all the time. These things actually make the person very bitter. The opposite person may feel very bad, insulted all the time. Then the person can actually develop a lot of rage in their feelings. So because of that, the person also reacts in a certain way. So this is all cause and effect. If you speak nicely, the opposite person will react nicely. If you speak badly, the opposite person will behave badly, right? So it is all cause and effect. Even the behaviors are cause and effect. Hence, it is important for you to work on your communication skills, means assertive communication skills. Means you should always try to be a little more polite. First of all, your tone of talking, your pitch of talking, have a very clear communication, open communication, rather than suppressing your emotions. Because understand one thing, that people are not antaryamis in this world. Okay, they are not fortune tellers. They have to actually be told what you want, right? People will not understand what they feel, what they want. Hence, it is important for you to have a clear and open communication, first of all, with a lot of respect, with the right tone of talking, with the right of pitch, with the right of attitude. So there are few things which is very important, where you need to work on your awareness about your feelings, your needs, and what you want from the person, what are your expectations. That awareness has to be important. That's exactly what you have to state. You, rather than just talking whatever comes into your mind. If you have real anger issues, and in anger you are talking a lot of all of those things, then you need to work on your anger. Then you need to do some anger management skills, right? So the next thing which people are facing is empathy. People are not able to understand other person's needs, feelings, emotions, or expectations, and 90% of the problem also erupts by that. And this is very common in men. Actually, they can't really understand what the women wants, what are their emotions, because generally women are more emotional, and men are more practical, you see. So it's very difficult for men to actually understand what they want, and many a times even women don't understand what men wants. They often take men for granted. So generally women wants respect, understanding about what they feel, their expectations. So the men are supposed to understand their feelings by asking them, by improving listening skills, right? You need to listen. Sometimes you don't have to give solutions all the time. You have to ask them what they want, and when they are talking, quietly listen to them. And when you listen to them, you should also try to understand where they are coming from. That is called empathy. And when you empathize, when you try to understand where they are coming from, what part of the world they are coming from, maybe their childhood, what are their needs, maybe their past, what is their problem. When you try to understand their deepest problems, try to resolve them, try to address it, try to get into the root cause of the problem. That is called empathy. And even the ladies, that is a woman, is supposed to do the same thing for the men. They are supposed to try to empathize. That means, what are their emotional needs? Do they want respect? Do they want time? What do they want? Address it, acknowledge it, understand it. And that is empathy. But for empathizing, you need time. You need to do listening skills. You need to have that respect. Hence, the next thing which people are often facing is respect. Now, what is respect is all about? Respect is about not only just behave nicely, that's it. No, respect is all about addressing the person's issues also. That means you are respecting their needs. When you are giving time to that person, you are respecting them. When you are when you are behaving nicely and considering their feelings before you speak, that means you're respecting. Respect is very subtle. It is shown in different things. Many a times when they feel very invalidated, means you're not even listening to them, when you're not even acknowledging their problems, when you are not even supporting them, they are not getting any kind of support from anywhere, that means you are disrespecting them, or probably indirectly disrespecting them, not directly. Means respect is all about at least understanding, acknowledging the person's needs. And also in the families, what happens is, it's very common that the man actually becomes sandwiched between the wife and the mother. But in that case, you need to respect both of them, right? So you need to understand what are their needs, and make them understand each other's needs to each other. So most important thing is emotional needs of the person. When you address that, automatically things will fall in place, right? So respect is all about respecting the person's time, efforts, needs, emotional needs, physical needs, intellectual needs, or financial needs, or maybe physical needs, intimacy, like or probably sexual needs. You have to be a little mindful about what they need. Okay. Then next comes is conflict resolution. Conflict resolution is something which is missing in most of the marriages. Why? There are many things. The first thing is ego. Ego comes into the picture, where they don't want to address, they don't want to tell what they feel, they don't want to talk about it, because they don't want to give them that respect and time, because they don't have respect for each other, right? If you don't have respect for each other, how will you actually do conflict resolution, right? Because in conflict resolution, you have to actually hear each other, understand each other, empathize with each other, communicate. What all the four, whatever I said, you need to do that in conflict resolution, right? So in conflict resolution, the first thing you need to understand is what are the opposite person's needs, and then you need to even state your needs, expectations, desires, problems. You have to talk about that, rather than talking about the past, rather than accusing each other, rather than again and again talking about the same thing which is already over. You have to stick to the problem. That's it. You don't have to talk about the person's character. You don't have to talk about the person's reactions earlier. No, you have to speak about right now. What are we going to do, and how to solve the problem? So in conflict resolution, it's just that you have to just speak about the problem and address each other's needs, emotional needs or expectations, or probably any other needs. You have to speak about it properly with a lot of respect. And in that also, you need to understand what is the right timing for talking. You should not just talk whenever you want. You have to ask when the person is ready or not, right? When the person is ready to talk or not, whether the person is busy, whether the person is sick, whether the person is in a proper emotional state or not. You have to figure out. You should not just go whenever, because many a times the person is just not in a mood to talk. So in conflict resolution, understand one thing, that you may never get 100% results. You may get 50%, and the opposite person may get 50%. 70-70 bhi ho sakta hai, or maybe 80-80, right? So you need to figure out how much are you ready to even adjust and sacrifice or compromise. So somewhere you have to compromise, somewhere she has to compromise, right? So you have to figure out how much a person will sacrifice. The minute you sacrifice, the opposite person will automatically sacrifice, right? So we have to talk in such a way that if you are also happy and I'm also happy, let's come to a conclusion. Let's come to a middle point where both of us are equally happy, right? So that's the power of communication, and it has proven amazing results in couple counseling. Anyway, so I hope this video has helped you, and if you have any more comments, or if you want me to make some videos on a certain topic, you want to ask any questions, please put it in the comment box. Please like this video, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much. See you in the next video.